I'm asking you to fill that question since you have more experience with MWCs. Do you think we'll have more than 7 and 4K in the future?
To answer that question, I would like to see other key modes at some point, but as it is right now, 4 key and 7 key are the most popular game modes for Mania, or the most popular key counts, I should say. So, considering we already have like 2 Mania tournaments that are held in the World Cups, I don't see it happening currently, and there's just not enough maps for the other games, like the other key counts either.
Tasha's absolutely correct. While 8 key is absolutely fun, and I prefer it way more than 7 key because I could actually understand 8 key. I don't like middle buttons. I'm terrible at middle buttons. I'd rather have all 4 of my fingers occupied than have to hit a middle button. But there's just not enough 8 key stuff out there to really have diverse and selective map pools. Now for the 4 key and the 7 key, we have so many maps, it's ridiculous. There's never going to be a shortage on something to make a map pool with.
So there you have it. You already have 2 tournaments that would be. You would have to replace one of the 4, 7 to make place because you can only make so many tournaments in a year.
Very much so. And so, Challenge Accepted Inc. asks, when will Philippines versus Australia come? A friend of mine is asking. Well, Deadbeat, would you happen to know when the Philippine match versus Australia is going to be done? Or has it already passed and gone? And while we wait for Deadbeat to look that up, and oh wait, no, Deadbeat's actually gone, so never mind there. He will be back, of course, but he just happened to pop away for a second. Let me see if I can't find that for you.
I didn't think that the Philippines was playing against Australia this group stage.
It doesn't look like it, in all honesty. Yeah, I am not seeing it. I'm unfortunate to tell you that I do not believe that is a match that's actually going to happen.
Sorry for your friend there, but yeah, that's not a scheduled match.
So this map is called Endurance Trading.
This is an oh boy, this is an SMO map. Set Mania Online maps just
is indeed.
I say that because like I remember 10 years ago my first time experiencing Stepmania Online. Oh my god, this is like you think you're good at a game and then you go online and then your hopes and dreams are just crushed.
Completely crushed.
And then you meet someone like Stein.
Yeah, pretty much.
I had a friend of mine that was actually really good at State Mania, and like he probably could have went places with it in all honesty, and he just stopped playing. He's like, got boring. And I'm like, dude, I've never seen people do some of the stuff that you do, and like I asked him hundreds of times, like, you should record it, you should put it on YouTube, you should like get out there, get known. People would like that. They would be like, holy crap, dude, you're amazing. And nothing. And I can understand that, I guess, but every time we have a Mania World Cup, I can't help but think about him. And I've tried to get him to watch the streams, but he's so into like mobile games now instead of actual games.
Is someone out catching Pokemons? Yes,
he is. He is out catching Pokemon right now at this actual moment.
That game has gotten like really popular around here. There's like a spot that's got a bunch of like those stops or whatever that's like right by the bridge, and you just see like a group of like 60 people all just sitting out in the park.
Yeah,
and they're all playing Pokemon. It's like, what is going on?
He caught a 2600 CP Dragonite, and he sent me a picture of it earlier today, and he was all like hyped about it.
I ended up picking it up for something to do, like just so like I can have something to do when I'm jogging or whatever. But
all right, I hope that Command Black, especially since his nickname is so large, that he won't be using flashlight all that much because his accuracy is difficult to read.
You can go in and shrink the names if you'd like, if that makes it easier for you. He's holding a 99.61 at the moment though, which is absolutely nuts. Or it could be a 98. I'm not 100% sure.
This This map is pretty intense for an endurance training map, though. At least for somebody at my skill level, like lots of jump streaming in here, and there's some 1-6 bursts. Though the patterning doesn't seem to be insanely difficult.
Oh,
No.
that's awesome. I recognize the step mania patterns, which I'm more familiar with than the mania one we have usually.
Yeah, and this is actually like a come home for me because these patterns are a lot easier to do than some of the stuff I see in 4Key that we normally see in this world tournament even. But these kind of notes, like where you have the triples, everything kind of feels like you kind of know where it's coming from, but that might just be because I played that specific game so much that it kind of, even though they're not arrows, yep, they still have the staircase, they still have like the, yeah, I forget the terminology for it.
You do still have the usual patterning that you can do with both feats, usually.
Yeah. Well,
Except
not
for the
even-
triples.
Yeah, not even the feet thing. It's just like I played Step Mania one-handed. I didn't play with two. And
Yeah, same wise.
And like one of my favorite things to do is those rolls right there. I know they're not normally rolls, but you see things that look like staircases. They're not going back and forth though.
Well, you
like,
know, I
'cause
used to play Stepania with the arrow keys.
Yeah, that's what I did too. Arrow keys, arrow key hype, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I discovered also Mania and I was crashed.
Yeah.
Because
same
you can't
here.
play like that.
Well, you can. It's just really it doesn't register the same with me. One, it's reversed. I know you could flip it upside down and have it going upwards if you'd like, but it still doesn't feel the same. And the skins that they do have set that let you use arrows, at least the last
It's
time
not
I
the
checked, they
same.
weren't. Yeah, it's just not the same. That being said, though, unfortunately, we can't tell if Malaysia's third player was playing in this warm-up, so it's kind of hard to really discuss their strong points here. Now, Uchihax Hong really did not have a good time using Hard Rock, and the accuracies are really low compared to Canada's side here. This might not be a very fun ride for Malaysia. They're definitely going to have to work for it here, as it looks like Canada is a lot more consistent.
But I think we're just really seeing the difference between the top seed and the high seed here. At least what it would be like if we got into the later stages, because we don't have maps this hard in the group stage. I could maybe manage doing something like this for like a minute before my arms would give out, but just that much jump streaming, I can't believe these guys can do it that long.
Yeah, I didn't even, I kind of feel bad now because I'm saying they're having a hard time, but I just realized how long this map is. And I feel like that would probably, for some of the lower end players, and I'm not calling them lower end to be mean or anything, but for people that don't have stamina built up like that, this can get really difficult because there is a wall you hit when playing Mania or any type of game with the input like this where things just get incredibly hard, and sometimes you'll just completely give out and you won't be able to do anything else. You might even see some of the players, they'll just stop for a second and then pick back up as soon as they could reread it. It takes a lot of mental fortitude to be able to read that many notes coming at you that fast for that long.
That reminds me of, the longer Max 300 songs.
Very much so. And I have no, like, Twitch chat, you're just as dumbfounded and amazed as me. I have no idea how Commando Black is playing that well with Flashlight. Anytime I see anyone play Flashlight, it's like, what? How? Like, you see the notes for, like, not even a whole second, and he's just knocking it out like it's nothing.
It helps, like, it does help some players too, because I mean, some players are just used to looking at one particular area, and that just happens to be where they look for, like, Flashlight.
Yeah. We had one of the players, October Scream, that could not play without Flashlight in one of the Mania World Cups previously.
And Loktov pretty much nails it.
Yeah, we did lose one player.
No,
Barry
what's he
actually getting, like, above the million mark with that Hard Rock edition. That's insane.
Wow.
Paid my respects.
Yeah, and that was high class. Oh gosh. The death pressing. Oh
No. Oh no.
I returned to hype. I feel okay with this.
Twitch chat, are you guys ready?
You already
Alright.
you turned to the best type of hype.
no. Yep. Let's turn out R9K.
Yeah, don't even tell them what it is yet. I can't wait to just see. Yep, there we go. There goes the chat.
Adrenaline is pumping.
Oh man. We've literally heard this song so many times at this point. I know it word for word too. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and sing it to you, but I do know it word for word.
Do it.
No, I'm not. Nope, not gonna do it. If you want to hear me sing, go check out the OS Idol thread. I did a thank you gift
Oh,
to all
gosh.
the contestants for the OS Idol.
Don't you try.
Let's see, drop. Was that gift brain power?
No, it was not. It was not
it
brain
doesn't
power.
count.
I know it doesn't
I
count.
can't
Ouch.
sing.
Ouch my feels.
I can't sing. It's like 4 a.m. there. So Zitra, do that. Do it. Oh, it's
No.
like 10 p.m. where you are, right?
Yeah, it's late and I have baby kittens sleeping. If I get too loud, they're gonna wake up, and then we're gonna have
We just have
Z-Trot
like
featuring
orchestra
the
with
Union.
the kitten singing fake brain power.
I'd have to. No, I couldn't do that because the only thing I could think of to get them to do that is to like shake them, and that's you don't shake baby kitties.
No, you don't.
Exactly.
You can record it and then just like put it in a.
Yeah, I could do that. I could put it in a sampler and then gate
Yeah.
it. So it'd be like.
If you take
No.
anything from this stream, don't like shake baby kitties.
Yes. Also,
Don't
this
shake
is a
babies
very,
all together.
this is a very disturbing picture for brain power.
You know what the sad thing is?
What?
This isn't the first time this has been picked. This is the third time.
Oh, good gosh.
Not even
Oh,
the
this
song,
tournament?
this map. Cause this was picked up. This is the brain power that US picked, and then the other mate picked it just updated as well. I don't remember what one that was.
I feel like this is literally I feel like at this point this is literally the unofficial official theme song in the World Cup.
I think this
Yeah,
is just
pretty
like the unofficial official rhythm game song at this point.
Oh, it would have been Russia Canada. That's what it would have been. Russia Canada picked this as well, but what?
And there goes the chat.
Well, chat's been going for a while, man. Chat. This is like this is. And they do it well.
Oh, here comes the yeah.
That's some nice looking spam there.
Yeah, almost.
Entire time, Yuchi Hack Song and Game Control both just managing to get that full combo.
Yeah, quite impressive.
I posted going up and I went up fast.
And I wonder why they didn't go with 1337 combo.
Oh, that would have been perfect. But,
But-
you know, it might have just been too hard to do musically, or they just didn't want it to. They didn't want to
You
force.
just remove three
certain
notes.
combo.
That wouldn't have even worked with the old score anyway, because the old score had the long notes give like additional combo. With Score V2, however, different story.
All right. That being said, guys, we are going to get into the actual map pool picks as we see our first bands coming in.
All right, and Ashix giving apparently the first ban in pick, but that's not how it works, I guess.
Taking the band, USA are 1 up.
All right.
As Pin says, you can't run away from responsibility. It's always right there behind you, waiting for you to take out the trash or do the dishes. Responsibility.
These aren't responsibilities, these are chores.
Oh, definitely responsibilities.
Yeah, you let those things go and see how quick your house smells terrible. Like, that's a responsibility. You can't just let it go.
Dishes are like the random existence, man.
Alright, and Krylen will start banning.
All right, 74
Apparently, as
points
a quick
on
look.
Ashik's roll.
Endless Dream coming out from Malaysia.
Wonder what we're gonna see get banned by Canada. Sorry, tripping on my tongue a little bit there.
Okay,
or-
Perhaps robo position?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I feel like that or
I
another
would-
maybe SB map, perhaps, because I feel like Canada's got Malaysia beat when it comes to speed. Just
Well,
based off.
statistically, it's either gonna be road position or inside. I'm gonna go for one of them.
I would like to see robo position played.
I'm surprised we actually haven't. I'm surprised we haven't seen Negligent Narcissism
Alright, inside it is.
banned out. But yeah, it does look like it's going to be inside.
One of the more creative ways of announcing that one.
I certainly hope it is inside, otherwise Ashix just said something weird.
Yeah, that's a little bit on the weird side. I think even Locktab is just like, wait, what?
Oh wow, what? I didn't even look at the chat till just now. That's not cool.
Yeah. Okay, so there have been a total of... That's not right.
Oh!
Oh god!
Shots fired!
Alright, Ashix tries to be edgy. I guess Locktab gives him a run for his money.
Oh
And
god!
Locktab giving him the taste of Savage.
Oh man! I can't.
Beautiful.
I can't. I just can't.
Alright, well, they're going power supply.
We won't say what it's about, you just have to watch.
Getting some Anamanaguchi going on here.
Yep.
You know, from all the times I've heard the songs from this, I've never actually like seen the game this came from. I feel like I should at like some point go and look that up.
Power Supply wasn't from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
I just meant like Anamanaguchi in general. I've never actually played those games.
Oh. Well, what are you doing, man? You need to go play those games.
I got a lot of games I gotta go play.
Like, I mean,
It's amazing.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is like one of the best, like, 2D old school retro beat 'em ups. But that game aside, let's get into the Mania goodness that we're about to see here.
Who are you guys cheering for? Because you certainly know who I'm cheering for because the Canadian bias is real.
It's really hard for me to tell here. I mean, I feel like Canada might actually be a little bit stronger here, but now that Krylen is in for Malaysia as well, and we have seen some team swaps on them, they might be playing for keeps here, and they might have just played the warm-ups a little bit weird to give Canada a false sense of security. A sneaky tactic, but a good tactic all the same.
Yeah, just remembering the performances from Krylen, Barry, and Ashleaks from last year. They're definitely players to watch for this year. Actually, game control with an early miss.
Yeah, with the tempo at the beginning, which is quite low, might be a challenge for some players.
Oh, USA took the second point.
Alright, thank you. Oh, these long notes.
Yeah, we're
You
actually
have to
seeing
watch
some,
out for them.
we're actually seeing some accuracy drops from game control and Seiren there. Konami as well. Malaysia is just holding that lead by a small amount right now. Oh, but a
Very
drop
much
from
so.
the Sheiks.
Yeah, that drop from Ashix is not going to be great for them as Malaysia continues to hold that consistency. This looks like it might be a potential easy point for them if they can keep that up. That being said, though, it could still be anyone's game with a simple drop being able to hurt them, but game control did also drop very early on Canada's side, so that's not looking good for them.
Yeah, right now the biggest difference is actually being made by those 2 misses from game control and the Sheiks. Overall, Canada's accuracy is actually beating Malaysia's, just those misses are making up for the difference.
Yeah, now something to actually look for is right here as we get towards the end, there's going to be a very crazy long note section that comes in, and this could be a potential choker for any of the players here, as long notes and how you have to release them are a little bit more strict here with Score V2 too. So this could very well be something we see that can potentially trip everybody up.
Actually, you know, long note release was the thing I had the most difficult coming from Step Mania to get hold of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially with Step Mania where you can like release them for a moment and still actually end up holding the note. But that drop from Seiren is actually going to bring the lead back to Canada.
Yeah, as I said, this long note section is where you can choke, and it looks like Malaysia, unfortunately, did not have that in favor. Now, mind you, if game control or Ashix drops at this point, that will put the point right back over to Malaysia. But with there being almost no time left in the map, I do believe that they for sure have secured this one.
Yeah, that will be the first point for Canada. Though I will say, really impressive score from Krylane, who only had 2 200s and a very good ratio of 300s there. Best score in the match by far.
By far, yeah, has the highest, best score in the match by far, has the highest rainbow 300s of 1500. That is impressive.
Barry was pretty close themselves, but just the difference in 300 ratios is pretty significant.
Looked have. Anyway. So yes, it was Matt from Halogen.
Lots of shots fired today.
Which is one of the streamers and plays as well, I believe.
Very much so, yes.
And it looks like we do have Philippines picking ours. With a bit of Simon Zucker over here. Nice.
Yep, mapped by Mr. Sergio.
Yeah, the comebacks are real for Canada, pulling that in at the last moment. And this one is going to be fun. I always like to listen to this one, so this ought to be interesting. Now, the question is, though, is Canada going to be able to keep that consistency up and take another point? Or will Malaysia keep their consistency solid this time? And will Canada end up losing the point? And now, Zimbabwe Zakra basically tests intuitive long note releasing and mini jack accuracy. So it is kind of an accuracy map. It's going to start out with a long note section, and it's not going to be as difficult as some might be, but it does ramp up in the Kai sections. And there's 1/8 bursts in here as well. So players are going to have that speed there as well. So this one should be exciting.
Yeah, and as you were mentioning, this song's got some jacks in it as well. And I believe that later on in the map it has some long notes you were mentioning?
Yes, it does have a long note section, and this primarily is going to test long note release timing. It has very intuitive releases, though. If you listen to the music there, the way the mapper put this out is very great in terms of it making a lot of sense. That being said, though, just because it makes sense does not mean it's going to be easy to play by any means.
We'll have to see if any of these players have issues on those particular patterns, though I don't see it happening with them being in the top and high seeds.
Very much so.
Speaking of top seeds, United States take a 3rd point.
Excellent. That being said, I did see a question asking, is there any way I can play the maps that these people are playing? Why, of course you can. On the wiki, there is links to the map pools as they come out, and you are more than welcome to try these maps and see if you have the hot stuff. But don't be discouraged if you fail miserably, because these things are not easy. I know our players make it look simple, but it's by no means simple.
Yeah, if you ever
I mean,
have like anything you want from like the map pool or just want to see like the players participating in teams, just check out the wiki. It's right below the stream. Should be like the first link you see there.
Alright, we do have some accuracy breaks from Siren Game Control and Beery. Ashix and Cryoline keeping the double S. Game Control actually breaking, giving Malaysia a slight advantage, but we saw how it went the last time.
Yeah, I was about to say, feeling a little deja vu in this match, but no, Ashix actually dropping, making that deja vu not anywhere close to the same thing. That's going to be a lot of score lost for Canada, and that's going to be a perfect time for Malaysia to capitalize and build their score higher.
Okay, yeah, I actually pointed something out. I kind of missed a map as actually for the US. I totally missed Endless Dream, which was like first. I only saw Refresh.
So yeah, that's the United States 4-0 against the Philippines. Nice.
Thank you for pointing it out.
Yeah, as to be expected, the U.S. has been absolute monsters so far, and as they should be, they are defending the title this year. They have to really put their hearts into it if they want to make a victory.
And look at Krillon's consistency. You don't see many normal 300s.
No, not at all. The consistency from Krillon is very crazy. That's why I noticed when Malaysia switched them in, like I said, I felt like Canada might be able to do something, but Malaysia pulled out their heavy guns right when the real matches started. And that is showing now as their consistency is incredible. But we did see, just like last match, it is anybody's game. Mistakes can be made.
There's still another quarter of the map to go, and there still could be some mistakes as mentioned, though Malaysia is holding a pretty sizable lead right now.
Very much so. We are about to move into the chart's climax, and this is in the last Kai section. There's going to be a lot of harder long note releases and 1/8 bursts. It's going to be the hardest part of the chart. Will our players be able to hold strong, or will we see drops?
It's coming up in just a moment too. So far, all the players are holding strong.
Yeah,
Very much
these
so.
long notes too.
Ooh,
You know,
Ashix actually dropping on Canada's side, though. That's not going to be good for Canada. But Malaysia is holding consistently, and that is going to be everything there. Malaysia bringing that back to 1-all. So we are tied at the moment. What will we see next?
and the
Island
double S
actually
for
putting in-
Krillon.
Yeah, putting in a lot of work there with that double S.
And Canada chooses space time.
Ryland clearly has no issues with the new slider changes, or sorry, long note changes.
Malaysia?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I just said Malaysia.
All right.
Hold on. No, my brain derped. I totally thought I heard something completely wrong, and I tried to correct Tasha, and now I got what it was.
Just for
My
Malaysia.
bad.
And
You said
so
Krillon.
yes, especially in Senbonzakura, when the long notes are quite difficult, just long enough to be pesky, but not long enough to be actually resting.
I wonder if we're going to end up actually seeing any flashlight plays here.
It could be possible. I mean, it's definitely a map where they can play it if they'd like to.
It's very, very likely that every single player is going to end up having Hard Rock, even if there is somebody playing with flashlight, though.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate for Ashix there to have keyboard problems going into this. But, you know, this is a tournament, and unfortunately, you kind of play with what you got.
This isn't actually the first player to have a keyboard issue either. We had a player earlier on in the tournament that was having keyboard issues too.
Oh gosh, and we do have a perfect, mod alignment. One flashlight and two hard rocks on both teams. With the Siren and Commando Black going flashlight, Cryolin, Uchiha Hong, Ashix, and Berry 605 going hard rock.
Yeah, actually, a bit of an early accuracy drop from Seirin is really hurting Malaysia here, as Commando on the opposite side with Flashlight is holding really high accuracy. This time around, Canada is actually doing quite good in terms of accuracy. Malaysia is keeping up, though.
Yeah, but it does look like Commando might have a slightly better accuracy here on Seirin, and that might speak volume.
Well, slightly better. It's more than 0.5%. That's really a sizable difference.
And it's not looking any better on the Hard Rock front either, as Krylan's being beat out by Ashix and Barry, and same thing with Yuchi Hacks. And this is not the longest map either, so these players really need to step up their accuracy right now and hope that there's a miss on Canada's side if they want to see a point on the Malaysian side. So far, though, all players still holding their combos. And Canada just continuing to build that lead.
Yeah, very much so. Canada looks like they might have this in the bag here. Ashix, Commando Black, and Barry all holding very high combos.
Oh, but Commando actually missing there.
Oh, yes, you are correct. I just now saw that there. I might have to pick that up a little bit. That is unfortunate. But is that going to be enough?
It doesn't look like it's going to be. Just that accuracy lead at the end of the building was up enough to make up for that miss by quite a significant margin. And that's going to be the second point going to Canada.
Yeah, Canada is definitely got it. That miss definitely had me worried there for a moment, though, because if there was more time in the map, that very well could have went in Malaysia's favor.
Yes, indeed. Commando is actually sitting at a very impressive accuracy for Flashlight there, without only that one miss. Otherwise, the 300 ratio is quite a bit better than what Seirin was able to accomplish. As for on the Hard Rock side, it was kind of similar story. Ashix and Barry just overall better accuracy than Yuchi Hacks and Krylan.
Alright, and Krylan asking for Dote Korose.
So this map has some slider velocity stuff going on in it, or SV stuff, I should say, and is mostly a long note chart. So you're going to see some irregular long note placements, and you'll see a lot of long note usage in general in this map.
Yep. And as it starts pretty much standard. You can play by by the music, and it gets a little bit more tricky towards the end.
Yeah, like from my test in this map, I remember like later on in the map, there's some long notes that kind of you release at different times while you're still holding other ones, and it gets kind of confusing for your hands.
Later on, as it progresses into the chorus, it gets really erratic, and releases do become a little bit less intuitive, so you really got to look for them. And it'll climax after the solo, and then you're going to see really heavy long note usage, and that's always so fun on every one half, in fact. So that might be where we see potential chokes. Yeah, I mean, it is very awesome that Canada is doing this well, though. Malaysia is not a team to scoff at by any means. So, heart goes out to you, Canada. Bring that maple syrup just a little bit stronger, but don't get too lax because Malaysia's right on your tail. Dude, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. Looks like we're getting a player swap from Malaysia.
You are correct. Also, Maple Story is life, and it is still a thing.
You know, I hate to admit it, but I never actually played that.
What?
I played it for like 2 hours, I got bored, and then I wanted to do something else.
We'll see.
I very much
haven't played it at all. You've played longer than I have.
I have to go out on a limb and say you probably didn't play it when it very first came out, therefore you found games that were way better than it. And then when you did try to play it, it was just like, eh. And I can understand that. I totally get behind it. But if you were there since it started, it was you can't get away from it. Just
there was
like
some
us.
other game that ended up coming out that was kind of like it, called Wondertail, I think, or something like that. I
Latail.
that.
Latail.
It wasn't Latail. It was something else.
Latail?
I think it was called Wondertail. I don't know. That was like a long time ago, though. I haven't played games like that in a long time.
And we actually have some senpai moments.
Very much so. All right, so here we go, guys. Everybody's going to ready up, and we're going to get this match started. Will Canada bring this to 3-1, or will Malaysia retort and bring them to 2-all? I'm hoping to see a 2-all because tiebreaker hype is just always real, and that'd be awesome. 2 back-to-back tiebreakers. I don't think my body can handle it, but I'm so ready for it.
Well, let's find out. Let's see if Zetrod can handle 2 back-to-back tiebreakers.
Yeah.
Can we break Zetrod again?
Again?
No, I've been broken on stream a couple times. There was one time I literally had to mute my microphone because I was laughing so hard.
Was it the French Angel Beats cover?
Yes, it was. I was
I
done.
knew it.
Jack's actually dropping on the SV pauses there.
Oh,
Ashik's
yeah.
not in the same spot.
But that's going to kind of even things out for each of them, as Carlin and Kamanae-san and Game Control and Barry are still holding their full combos. It's just Ashix and Uchiha's Hong. But unfortunately, Ashix did drop a little bit later, so the combo advantage is going to go over to Hong. But that's not really going to matter if the accuracy doesn't match up with the combo. And right now, Canada does have the better accuracy right now. And this song is not very long. You don't really want to be doing drops. Ooh, Barry dropping though. And then just as I say it, oh, the curse is real, guys. Oh, man. But they're still looking good at this moment. It hasn't really took over on them, but the score did flicker there. It's starting to flicker, and we're halfway through the song, and now it's going back and forth. It could be anybody's.
Yeah, right
And
now,
as from now, it's Malaysia's.
yeah, Malaysia's pulling ahead a little bit here. Wow, 4 misses there from Uchiha's Game Control, Barry, and Ashik's. All in pretty much the same spot.
And giving Malaysia a definite advantage right now.
Yeah, triple miss from Canada really hurt them, especially considering Malaysia had Krylin and Kaname-san both pulled their combo through that.
Very much so. And then this last little section here, we could possibly see some drops here as the long notes here get kind of ridiculous. We are seeing Malaysia hold strong. The same with Canada right now, but everyone in Canada has lost their high combo here. And that is going to kind of put things in favor for Malaysia. As long as they can hold on, they will be able to retort and bring this to 2-all. And that's looking like what it might possibly be.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be Malaysia's point here, bringing this to 2-2 tie. Canada falling behind a little bit there on that long note map.
Oh man, I'm sorry. That was an incredible match. That's brought it to 2-all, but I do have something that I want to bring up. Earlier in the stream, earlier today during groups, me and Deadbeat kind of brought up the fact that her leg looked a little weird and we had a little tangent on it, and now
It looks broken.
yeah, and now Octav, our tournament runner here, has also stated that the leg looks ridiculous. So that is just hilarious. I mean, still not a bad picture, but that is definitely a rubber leg. Legs
It
don't
is
do that.
definitely a broken leg. That poor leg.
Ooh, hours.
Yeah, we've been seeing this one get picked up quite a lot, actually.
Well, definitely not for me. I'm hopefully that our quality LOL commentary LOL is still at least enjoyable to an extent. I mean, we are keeping up to date. I feel like this is one of the more informed mini World Cups we've had. It's just, I'm trying to have a little bit of fun with it, and I feel like everybody should try to have fun with it. Twitch chat, you guys need to get hyped too, because this thing could potentially go to tiebreaker. Is Canada going to be better at ours, or is Malaysia going to come through here? This one is tricky. It has a very high speed increase, and we have seen people mess up on this before.
Yeah, I mean, like, along with the speed increase, there's actually jacks that are mixed in like the first half, I think like the first 2/3 of the map or something like that. And like as the map is getting faster, those jacks are getting faster too. Though I'm sure for many of the viewers that are watching, they're pretty sure that, or pretty aware that the players in this particular match are very unlikely to miss on stuff like that. All right, and we are getting into the map right now. Ours featuring Lady Lesher and Paigey Keiki. And again, we have the same layout of mods with Saren and Commando Black doing the flashlight, and Ashix and Barry and Yuchi Hex and Krylin all with Hard Rock.
Yes, indeed. So let us see which one will take the third point first.
Commando actually missed timing the first couple hits there, and same with Saren. First hits are not seeming to be very friendly towards the flashlight players. Actually, a lot of accuracy issues here in general is Barry and Ashix are kind of dropping behind, and Krylin is just nailing it right now, still holding 100%.
Yeah, well, this is the relaxed part at this point. It's about to get a whole lot worse. I noticed that Simon is using flashlight. Same with Commando Black. This song, I just don't seem like this one would be a good one because it's so slow at certain parts, and then it gets faster and faster. But I mean, if you put the time in to practice it, go ahead and take advantage of the flashlight.
You know, it's kind of like Delta Max. The BPM is always changing, so playing flashlight is even more difficult like that.
Yeah, you gotta be really paying attention to the speed changes that are happening in this map. Commando and Saren, though, completely tied with accuracy right now. It's coming down to the Hard Rock players, and this time around, it's actually Malaysia that's got the advantage as Hard Rock players. Krylin and Yuchi Hex both higher accuracies. And we're getting to this last section of the map here. Is there going to be any misses? It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it does not look like it. Malaysia is going to take that one and go to a potential match point, playing incredibly well there.
Yeah, really strong performances from actually every single player in that match there.
Yep. And Ashix might be, you know, regretting his banter at the beginning, like, you know, you can choose first. I'm giving you the advantage.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty bad situation for Canada. It's Malaysia's pick, and Malaysia's already on match point. If they win this, then Canada's lost the match.
Pretty much.
On the flip side, though, we may see another tiebreaker. I'm sure Zetron is super excited for that.
I don't know if my body can actually handle that, guys. I'd love to see another tiebreaker, don't get me wrong, but just, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it was so hyped the first time. I don't know if I could overhype it even more than that. You know, it's crazy. But Canada definitely has the potential to take another point. It's not impossible. They've already gotten two. Malaysia's really going to have to play this carefully if they want to secure this win without having to go into a tiebreaker. But this very well could be our third tiebreaker of the group stage.
I was thinking that it looks like we're going to be playing Story or an Everlasting Princess.
I mean, you know, I would understand Story of the Everlasting Princess, but Story in the Everlasting Princess? Ew.
Yeah, it looks like you're not the only one confused by it. Oh, okay, so it's like, Story and Everlasting Princess, like, Home in DC. Like, Everlasting Princess, I think, is the V and it comes from.
This could be a pretty interesting pick, because Malaysia has been doing really good in terms of consistency, and this is a consistency pick. So if they can maintain their speed and, well, not so much speed, if they can just maintain their consistency with their accuracy, then this is potentially in the bag for them.
We shall see.
We indeed shall.
Also, Tasha, I saw what's coming up next
Oh
in
yeah,
the next set of matches. You should have a look.
did I?
Yes, you should.
All right, and we're going to get into this thing, guys, and it's going back and forth at the very beginning, which is a great thing to see, as everybody is still holding their double S's just at the very beginning here. Will we see accuracy drop soon? I don't know. We did see one from Barry there, but that's only an accuracy drop, not anything to really worry about quite yet.
A second one from gun control as well. Quite major one too.
Yeah, guys, and definitely hype up the teams you want to see win. If you want Canada to take this away, show your support. If you want Malaysia to take this away, show your support. They definitely need it. Your words give them strength and power. Cheer on.
And you know, you can blame Canada or blame Malaysia. That works too. So.
And as we look at this, things are very close. I mean, there's not a very far lead for Malaysia. Canada right on their coattails.
And now game control, getting back into the groove, his accuracy getting back up, while Kraylan, well, the whole Malaysian team only lost 0.08% accuracy altogether.
Such a small difference in accuracy right now. It's mostly being made up by game control, just falling behind a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, if we see any type of drop from Malaysia at all at this point, it is totally going to go in Canada's favor here. That being said, Canada does have to hold on very strong. If they drop at all, if Axis even drops accuracy even a little bit, that's going to be a bigger hill that they have to climb. And it does not look like Malaysia wants to give any type of leeway here, though, as they are not budging from that score that they're holding. Canada is giving it their all, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Actually, Seren broke accuracy just once more, but I don't think that will be enough.
Yeah, it's not looking like it yet. Right now, there needs to be a little bit more accuracy drops from Malaysia in order to make up for the difference that game control has right now.
Or a combo drop.
It's still very close, though. Like, this could easily swap places. However, this being one of the simpler picks in the map pool, it's not looking like that's going to be the case, especially with teams at this level.
Yeah,
Well,
it looks like
nerves
Yeah.
can happen.
This is
Nerves
true.
can happen. And we saw crazier stuff at the very end, too. And there's a little bit of a build-up here where there could be potential mess-ups, but it's not looking like that's going to be happening.
Oh no, and Sheik's missed right towards the end of the map, so it's definitely not going to be going to Canada here. Malaysia taking the 4th point. Just like that.
Tiebreaker dream.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate for Canada. They really gave it a good shot there. And hearts goes out to you. You guys did excellent. Ashix, you played amazingly, getting 1,744 rainbows. That is pretty close to one of the better scores here in the team. You were right on par with all of Malaysia, actually overtaking Saren in terms of Rainbow 300.
This is actually a little bit of an upset too if you go by seeding, because Canada was top seed and Indonesia, you know, being the high seed.
You said
Sorry, Malaysia, sorry.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to like completely break you there. I was just trying to correct you, but it's all
It's good. It's good. I mean, hey, you said Malaysia earlier. You were just trying to let me know right now, right?
Yeah, that's what it was. I foresaw with my future sight that you would make a mistake.
All right,
Next
so
time I
are
shall
you
pay attention to
replacing?
that.
Are you replacing one? With the witching?
We actually have
Alright.
some pretty cool matches coming up next. We have Singapore versus United States, which we will be streaming along with New Zealand versus Canada. Tasha, bring it on.
You're about to get wrecked, I beat.
Always, you know.
And I've seen the chat, and I know some. I want to do sign out some of the French people watching us at 5 a.m. in the morning. So you're awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, it's awesome the amount of support we see for the stream. All you guys that are watching, we really do appreciate it, and I'm sure the players do as well for all the support you bring towards the stream.
And actually, we are almost at 1,000. Bring your friends, people. Bring more people. We need 80 more to get the 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, where's all the people at? We need more than that. I'm sure we can pull at least 2,000 people. I trust the Twitch chat.
You know what? I'll host for what it's worth.
One of these days, we're just gonna get hosted by a gigantic streamer and have no idea what to do.
Boss raid.
Part of me is scared of the thought of something like, just like imagine if somebody like Sneaky or something like that was to send all their viewers over here. Twitch chat wouldn't stand a chance.
Would be destroyed in an instant.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't even have
By
the
the
mods
way,
for that.
we do have a little bit of time, just slightly. So if you have any question, well, you can ask us.